Takes a little while, but I'm pretty tired today. I'm pretty tranquilo, just chilling because I'm waiting in for a delivery, which they were supposed to bring yesterday. My hair's a mess. No brushes here. Come on, cat. What are you doing there, Lala? Jippins? Mr. Jippins? Gypsy Lee? What are you doing? So, yeah, I just thought I'd go live. So, waiting around. I haven't got much else to do today. So, yeah. Just gotta wait for this delivery that may or may not come. Why is it every delivery service is the same? There's no like perfect delivery service where they're like, we will be there at 2 p.m. or whatever, and they are. It's always, they don't even tell you when they're gonna arrive. I got this little ring the other day because my crucifix necklace broke. So this is like the next best thing. It's quite a nice little ring actually. Someone gave it to me, so that was cool. Hey, how's it going? I'm just chilling now. Thought I'd see who joins. See who wants a conversation today. Good to see you again, Matt. Yeah, how's it going? What are you up to? I'm just waiting for a delivery. Yeah, I was just telling myself how the delivery places are never very consistent, no matter where you are. If you're waiting in for a delivery, it's the same thing, There's no perfect delivery service where it's like we'll be there at 2 or whatever. And they are, I'm waiting in for a delivery that may or may not come, that was supposed to come yesterday. So, yeah, plenty of time on my hands. I'm looking scruffy today. Oh well. You've seen some short videos. What, some of my short videos? What have you seen? Or you just been watching short videos? Yeah, they're easy to watch, those. Too easy, really. You end up getting carried away with the short videos. Then I guess that's how they've designed it. They're addictive, but yeah, so it's good. You do get easy views with short videos, but so it's a bit more of a better algorithm with the short video. The ones in my short videos. Yeah, yeah, I'm starting to upload some because I got loads of footage from singing outside because I did that like a few years ago, probably over 3 years ago now, probably 4, 5 years ago. I was singing outside a lot in England, in Bristol and Stroud, Cardiff sometimes, in Wales, but Bristol mainly, and I got loads of footage. So I went through a few days ago looking for the footage because it's one of those things I don't like to repeat footage too much, although I do if it's my good stuff. But like, I've got a lot of old footage which probably should be viral and stuff like that. But I got so much footage, I sort of upload it once or twice, maybe at the start when I did it, and then I move on to the next thing. But I thought I should go back and post some busking footage because I think that kind of stuff is quite, you know, can go viral on different things. People like to see people reacting. I thought there's not really enough of me singing with reactions that people can see. I thought it's kind of good to upload some people interacting with me and stuff because I've done a lot of that and I got a lot of footage. I filmed everything I did with the busking, so I just went through my old stuff. Yeah, I went through some old stuff. Yeah, it was good. I had a great time busking. In fact, I wrote a thing yesterday because I put a thing on Instagram as well about what busking life was like. In fact, I'll read it out what I wrote so I can accurately say, because I'll tell you, busking is the weirdest thing and the most kind of like most interesting thing you can do, really, especially when it goes well. Um, but also, there's a lot of weird things that happen, a lot of bad luck. I'll read you a little thing. I was thinking you could write a book on busking, and for those who don't know what busking is, because it might be an English term, I don't know, but street performing on the street. Yeah, I posted a thing of Elton John. Well, me singing Elton John in Stroud, and I wrote a little thing about what it's like busking, um, which I'll read out now. Right, the busking days. This was a good practice, and you made a bit of money while you did it. Busking was full of surprises, though, good and bad. I've had it all. People tripping over my microphone wire and breaking it, which I did manage to get £5 out of that guy who tripped over my microphone wire because I just bought the wire and then he tripped over it. But anyway, back to reading this. So yeah, I've had it all. People tripping over my mic wire and breaking it. People shouting "shut up" out of the window while I told them to go F themselves in response. Other buskers tried to steal your spot and argue about it. Drunk people straight up trying to take your microphone. That happened a lot. Um, People hanging around you and not leaving. That happened a lot as well. Getting mad when you don't play songs they want. And skimming from the money pot. That happened too. People taking little bits of the money, thinking you don't notice, people who hang around you. You name it, I've had it. You've got to be pretty thick skinned to perform on the street. I generally did it at night time on a Friday and Saturday night, as that's when you get the best results, money wise. Good money on Friday and Saturday nights. But the amount of drunk bellends you have to deal with as it gets towards midnight is insane. But as well as the bad moments, there was a ton of great moments, and the majority of people were really nice. And I had a period of making £100 a night, £100 a night in tips for a while. Yeah, every week I was getting about that, which was good for a little while. Which was great. I stopped doing it years ago as I got bored of it, and people were annoying. Yeah, definitely. Lots of annoying people. It did do my head in after a while. And you kind of have a peak busking. I always remember meeting a busker, and they said if you move about, it stays exciting, but if you keep playing the same place, it does get a bit dull, and people don't care anymore. And it's best to keep it fresh. But I had a really good, pretty long period busking. Yeah. Anyway, back to the story. I'm nearly done. But yeah, I said I got bored of it as people were annoying and stuff. But as an introvert, it was a real challenge to get out of my comfort zone. But as music is what I do, I'm pretty comfortable just singing and zone out from everyone around. I always get the feeling people think you're there to impress them or show them you can sing, which I guess most buskers would be there for that reason. But for me, it's never about that. I just love singing songs I like. Songs I like. God, nearly sneezing. I got God, allergies today. Sorry, guys. Big allergies. Got lots of cats here. But yeah, I just love singing songs I like, and it helped me hone my craft as a singer. I really have no interest in trying to impress anybody. I do it purely for myself, really. Music is therapeutic, but it does make me happy that people resonate with my own songs and enjoy my live performances, my busking performances. I remember being told I sound like Lane Staley a few times, which was surprising, as I've never really listened to Alice in Chains. And I remember a singing teacher coming up to me and saying, "I just want to let you know you sing technically good. You're singing the correct way." I mean, they said it nicer than that. It was kind of like, "Oh, I just want to say you sing good. I'm a singing teacher, and you sing like technically your technical way you're singing or whatever is good. I sing correctly." I don't know quite how they put it into words, but yeah, it was nice. So that was a singing teacher. Um, so yeah, something like that. And as a self-taught singer, that was really cool to hear and stuck with me. Fun times. Yeah, it's funny. So there we go. That's that. But yeah, I wrote that about busking because it's mad the stuff that happens, which I think people just don't realize. It is like a job, you know. I used to do 8 hours performing from night time, you know, about 7 till midnight or 11ish, sometimes midnight. Um, and yeah, I'd do 8 hours straight, and it was good. You'd make pretty good money on a Friday or Saturday night. But the shit you had to deal with, the drunk, you know, people, everyone's drunk, so it's like you've got to want to deal with drunk people as well if you're gonna do it. But it used to be quite fun because I'd have a drink as well. I'd just get a few beers or whatever, and I'd be feeling pretty good, and I'd just sing away, make a bit of money. Yeah, it was nice for a while, but the annoying thing is you can't get rid of people. I always wanted to just do it on my own because when people hang around you, you don't make as much money and different things, and you know, and also some people are annoying. You know, you get a lot of kind of street people who want to hang around you. Anyone who's hanging around the streets anyway will want to just cling on to you, which is fine. You know, to an extent, I used to have people I liked who'd hang around, but then there's people who were kind of using it as a chance to kind of, you know, interact with people and just be there, kind of drunk, hanging around. And people don't like giving money to drunk people, so it's kind of a, you know, difficult one. As a busker, you just want to be on your own doing it, and people can pass by and dance around for a bit and go. But then some people hang around all the time, and yeah, I had that a few times. Different people hanging around, and it would be difficult to shake them off. And then you'd sort of, because they'd think you're there for the fun of it or whatever, you know. Whereas you're not, you're there to make some money, you know. That's why you've got the equipment and you come out to perform and all that kind of thing. Um, So yeah, it was hard to kind of keep it as a professional thing, which I always did and kept it as professional as possible. I didn't want it to be a big party, you know, because I was there at night and people were drunk, and it did become a bit of a party sometimes, and you were just providing entertainment, and you know, sometimes people forget to tip you, so you're just there thinking, why am I doing this, you know? But for the most part, it was fine, you know, and I made a pretty good tips out of it, you know, some good tips. But that was a long time ago now, and I kind of went completely against doing it. I didn't feel like doing it anymore. My confidence just kind of went. I just thought, nah, I can't be bothered, you know. And also, it got a bit rubbish, the busking. I think that was also, it wasn't like it used to be. I think I did it fresh out of lockdown and all that stuff. As soon as I could get back out there, I did, because I hated all that lockdown stuff. Um, so I got out there busking and playing on the street before all the nightclubs opened up, and I had a good few months of people really being into it and enjoying it. Especially at first, when people were glad to have some entertainment. You know, I remember a guy trying to pay me to stay longer. I should have, but I remember my equipment was getting low on battery and stuff. He said, "Oh, I'll give you £100 if you stay longer, like an hour or two." I should have, but like I say, my batteries were dying down. I didn't have any more batteries. I could have just played and it wouldn't have sounded as loud and stuff. That's what I should have done. But instead, I was like, oh yeah, I can't because my batteries are getting low. Because usually I like to have really, I change the batteries a lot to keep it sounding good. Because as soon as it died down with the batteries of my speaker, it would start to sound not as good, you know. It wouldn't boost it out and it would sound just a bit dead, the sound, you know. So I used to try and keep the things changed every hour or something, which is crazy, really. Get through a lot of batteries that way. Um, but yeah, this one night, a guy wanted me to stay longer. I was ready to pack up. I'd been there 8 hours. He said, "Oh, I'll stay another hour or two. I'll give you £100." He said, "I'll go to the cash point now and all that." And I was like, "Oh," I said, "I'm going home now. You know, my batteries are dying." Just crazy now. I don't know. I should have just said, "Yeah, yeah, I'll stay." You know, why not? Don't know why the fuck I didn't really. Like I said, it was because the batteries were dying. I was worried it was going to start cutting out the speaker. Like sometimes it would cut out for a little bit, just brief periods, but then it's still playing most of the time. So I don't know if it matters. I shouldn't have been too much of a perfectionist. But there you go. But there's some busking stories. But anyway, how are you? Are you still there, Matt? How are you doing? What are you doing today? Yeah, you got me right on a thing there about busking. It's a lot of stories to tell. It's not something I ever think about really till now because it was always just a practice thing. I don't want to be seen as like a busker. I'm not a busker. I'm more of a just a songwriter or a, solo artist. I guess my main thing's my own stuff. But it was good practice, the busking. It was good to get out on the streets and perform and hone the craft a little bit. Practice my singing. I definitely think it helped me with my singing so regularly because you can't really sound shit when you're busking. I mean, a lot of people do. There's a lot of people who sound awful and don't know it, but really, you want to sound good, so you kind of try a bit harder. Usually, when you're singing on the street or something, you've got to sort of, you don't want to sing out of key at all or anything because everyone's judging you. As they're walking by. If you sound shit, they're either going to tell you you're shit or that they're going to think you're shit. So it's like it sets the bar pretty high if you're going to get out on the street and perform. And it takes balls those first few times, but once you've done it once or twice, it's easy. It's easy to do. And it's surprising because it's one of those things that are out of your comfort zone that you would think is out of your comfort zone to, start singing on the street. But like I say, you can do anything once, and it's not so difficult then when you do it again, which is good. It's a good chance to get out of your comfort zone. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. And like I say, I got a lot of footage to go through. I got lots more. I downloaded a load of different footage from before that I can re-upload to show you all on the channel. So yeah, there'll be lots more busking things and people dancing around and lots of different stuff. Quite funny interactions I've had and stuff. So I'll upload all that again. Yeah, that's it really. So what's going on? Not as many people joining today, which is weird. I must have picked the wrong time. Jippins? Gypsy Lee? Gypsy? Why are you looking like that? Swanson? Swindon? Mr. Jippins? My guitar is unplayable now. It's only got 4 strings. When it had 5 strings, I could still play it, but with 4 strings, these specific strings that are missing, it's very difficult to get a tune out of that guitar. I need to get a new one. But anyway, that's it. I've run out of things to say. Don't know why nobody's joined today. It's weird. Some days people are joining constantly, but other days it's lame. The days when I need it because I'm bored, I'm waiting to have this delivery. So yeah, what's going on? Where you're from? Where you guys are from? Whoever's there. With the sound of music. I think my delivery might be coming. Come on. Come on. I think my delivery might be coming soon. sure. So yeah, what's going on, guys? You all went quiet now. I'm still waiting. Still waiting for my delivery. Right, where are you guys from? I'm in Mexico, but I'm British, if you couldn't have guessed. Yeah, I'm just sat here. It's not that hot actually, the weather's kind of okay. Weirdly, usually it's really hot. Here's my pussycat. Chippins! Gypsy Lane! It's Gypsy. But he goes by Gypsy Lee or Mr. Jippins. Yeah, I got a poll. Yes, yes or no. Don't stop believing. Oh, they called 10 minutes ago. Fuck's sake. We got a vote for yes, 100%. That's good. Still waiting for this fucking delivery. I think they rang 10 minutes ago, apparently, but not me. Well, what's the problem? Why can't I do it? I just got to hand them the piece of paper, haven't I, when they come? That's it, yeah. But they're going to pull up on the street, are they, or what? Oh, you missed the question. It wasn't much of a question. It was just yes, yes or no. There we go. I couldn't think of a better question. There we go. It's better light and. But yeah. So what's going on? Where? What are you doing today, or what's going on? Yeah, I'm bored. Fucking bored waiting for this shit. But I'll give them your number. Just translate what they're saying. How can I translate? Just tell them I'm English. You know, they might speak English. Say he speaks English. He's there waiting for the TV. Just say it. Say my husband's waiting for the TV. You know, that's it. Just I don't know. They can call, but I won't be able to talk to them much. Yeah. Nice. What music you got going? This would be exciting to see if this all goes to plan today. At least they're communicating. Yesterday they just didn't come. They were supposed to come yesterday. Um, yeah, like I say, I can never understand these live streams. Supposedly 25,000 subscribers, and they don't push this out to them. It don't make any sense, you know. It's like one or two people might see this live stream, but still, I'm doing it because I'm happy to chat with you, Matt. We always have a good chat, but also just to see what happens. Sometimes a few people join, and it's like from the same country, so I don't know how that works. It's like I can't remember the other day. It was like somewhere weird, like Uganda or something. It was like three people from Uganda listening. So I don't know how these live streams work. You know, it's really random. I don't think it's even subscribers most of the time. But yeah, this is a bit weird today. There's not enough people joining. Usually it's a bit more interactive. You know? Right. But all I'm worried about is getting this delivery, and we got to hope now. Hope that my delivery is going to be okay. Right, okay, so what do I do? Am I waiting for a call? So my alarm, yeah. Yeah, what music are you going for today then? I haven't listened to much music lately. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I got some good earphones I bought, like headphones. I used to use earphones all the time, but I've realised the joy of headphones now for the first time in my life. Nothing beats a good headphone. Good sound, you know. You can really listen to things how they're supposed to sound. But yeah, I should have done it years ago. But I never liked the idea of carrying around big earphones, headphones, whatever. Earphones were always a lot easier, but headphones, bit of a chore to carry that around, you know. But I don't mind now. I just do it anyway. It's not that bad. But it's kind of worth it because you can just chill, put on the headphones in a cafe or something and enjoy, you know. I got someone messaging me about working with me on Facebook, but they said, um, I'm just messaging there. Yeah, they sound good. Yeah, they want to collaborate, but they can't pay anything. Usually, if people ask me to sing on something, it's like a paid thing, you know, because that's what I do for a living. But they said it's an unpaid gig, so I don't really do that. But I'm trying to work out something where maybe we can both do something cool because they compose stuff, and I'm always collaborating with different composers for my own songs and stuff. So maybe there's a way we can figure it where we're both happy, you know. But generally, I don't have time to do things for free these days, you know. It's the thing. Being a singer is quite difficult to, work because it's quite random. It's like freelance, you know. You get jobs here and there, so you got to kind of fill the space in between with different things to get by, you know. And then annoyingly, we live in an age where people don't really like paying anymore for anything, you know. Especially these days, you know. Past few years, people weren't so kind of tight with their money, but I think everyone's tight with their money now. Probably within good reason in some ways, because things have got expensive. But at the same time, people need to appreciate the arts and know that we're trying to make a living too. You know, for some reason, people think if it's art, you don't have to pay, or you don't have to pay a lot sometimes, but that's not how it works, unfortunately. Try out the TV and then say the guys, please. Yeah, what's going on, guys? I look a mess, but I'm just waiting for people to say stuff and waiting for a delivery. So there isn't much I can do. Do 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 do.